I think I always begin every show with yo, yo, yo. I need to work on a new intro. But welcome to episode this is 14, right?
This is 14.
Episode 14. Shasa. Shasa, right? Episode 14 of Big Belly Pats, the one and only, taking over the world one big belly at a time. Uh, of course, everyone knows me, Mr. Smooth Chocolate Voice Nick. And we got my man from another land, Mr. Daniel Moxham, the man with the plan. How you doing, good sir?
I'm wonderful, thank you very much, sir. How's England at the moment?
So we just had a chat. England is it's raining. Uh, for if you ever want to know how the weather in England is, if it's June or July, it's probably sunny.
Yeah.
If it's any of the other 10 months, it's either A, cold, B, rainy, C, windy, or D, a combination of all three of them in some form or
All of,
fashion.
all of the above.
All of the above, two of them. Yeah, it's a combination. Um, the national
hmm
colors of England are gray and white because that is all is outside. Um, the, the there's a sun. I can tell it's day. The sun is outside right now. If I go outside right now, I guarantee you I cannot pinpoint where it is. Um,
It
yeah.
will run away.
It,
It will run away.
yep. And then it's going to get pitch black at about 4. About 4 it gets pitch black, and then all night it rains. Uh, Sometimes it rains heavy. Sometimes it's a light, annoying rain. Uh, Regardless of how heavy it is, it's wet. It's all wet.
It's mushy and wet. That's
Yeah.
it.
Daniel was here. You brought your frisbee, and I actually did want to throw the frisbee with you.
There was no
There was no
opportunity.
days that we could have. If we would have thrown that frisbee on that beach, it would have went out to the ocean.
I've
There's
actually
no
just
way.
realized that now that I looked at it. I took it out of my bag yesterday when I arrived, and I was like, Why did I bring you?"
We didn't throw
But
it
there
out
was a
one time. I think we threw it twice in the house, but
in the
obviously we
house.
couldn't
We
do
threw
it
it.
really
Yeah.
because we're too close. Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, there was no
I
day. There was no day when I was there at all to take that thing outside and chuck it. There was no ways. They just everything like
if you like I said,
yeah, I
if you
don't,
come in June or July, solid.
yeah.
It's the
That's
summer.
I. Yeah, I've been there towards the end of August. It was nice. I mean, the beginning of August, end of July. It was great
Yeah,
weather. It was
yeah,
t-shirt weather.
yeah.
It was nice. It was sunny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no December.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you.
Mm-mm. 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 I'm only here because my heart is here. That's where I got to leave it at. Okay.
For those
So
listening, I'm holding up a piece. I'm holding out a heart sign and just sending love to Nico from here.
it's I what keeps me sane is the people that's around me. And Daniel came for Christmas and bought me Spider-Man 2, and I've been playing the hell out of Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation.
Nice. Well, technically,
So,
Lucy bought it. Lucy bought
well,
it.
yeah,
I brought it. How would I explain that? She paid me to bring it.
gotcha, gotcha. Well, yeah, I've been playing that. I've hooked it up now. So if you're watching, I got like clothes and stuff behind me. I'm in the office right now, or my office slash closet slash spare bedroom. But I hooked up the projector. So when I'm working on a computer and there's nothing going on, I got the projector on the wall above me, and I just play Spider Man.
Nice. That's it. That's how to do it.
So
I can't do that in my classroom while I'm teaching. Be like, kids,
nah.
do some reading. I'm gonna play some PlayStation.
Well, you just got a Switch.
I did. Yes, shout out to my cousin for that. I got it in secondhand, so that's cool. I'm chilled. I've got to be careful because I can get into a slight trap that I'll forget that there's an outside world.
Mm-hmm.
That I need to go
Mm-hmm.
and socialize.
See,
I need to be.
the good thing about here You'll never forget there's an outside world because it's really not. It's just all gray. So, but to be fair, it was raining. It's been pissing it down today, and we went to Tesco do some shopping, and it just. I guess the people here they're so used to it, like you just have to go out in the rain. And there was a lot of
Yeah.
people outside in the streets walking around. People had umbrellas everywhere. People be outside because if you just try to avoid the rain, you'll never be able to go outside.
You're not going outside. Like
You're not
the
going
other day when
outside.
I was in London, well, outside London, I was in Buckinghamshire, Aylesbury.
Everything is a
But
sure.
yeah, Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire. I was there, and it was pouring with rain. I'm outside. I'm in the car. We're driving
Mm-hmm.
back from. I asked my cousin's fiance to come take me to a shop because I wanted to get something for my cousin's birthday. We come back down, and there's people walking their dogs, but it's
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
pouring
yeah.
with rain, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, commitment. I ain't doing that.
You don't. If you live here, you don't have a choice.
I know.
It's either do it or never do it.
For
And
7 months of the year, 8 months of the year, yeah.
10 months, 10 months of the year. 10. I would say if you're being nice, 9.5.
Okay.
Yeah, you just. We was outside today and it was pouring down rain. People was out. People was walking their dogs. Some people ain't even got an umbrella. They just walking in just their coat, just straight hair out, wet. Cause they like, bro, it is what it is. It's like living underwater. Like imagine if you lived in Atlantis and you complain that you were wet all the time. Like, bro, you live in the ocean. So,
I do want to send some love your way because no, I can't do that. I woke up today. You know what I woke up because there was a sun beaming in my face.
mm-hmm.
And then I woke up. I did some cleaning up here because I got home at like 12:30 at night, and I was watching TV now during the afternoon or like at 12, and the sun is beaming into the lounge, and I'm like, it's in my face, and then I took 2 seconds, to be like, oh, I haven't felt you for so long. I was about to complain about it being in my face, and then I was like, I ain't complaining. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen you for 3 weeks.
You get a whole new appreciation for it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, I was like, yeah, man. But as y'all seen from the last 2 episodes, Daniel was here. Sad that he
Yes,
left,
sir.
but it was bittersweet. I know you was probably up. You probably didn't want to leave because your boy is here. However, you also did not want to deal with the bout of depression, so it's probably good that you left.
You guys can come back. That's fine. Just come back.
Man, I honestly, I think we would. I just think that I think solely because of COVID, I think COVID has given Lucy a sour taste in her mouth about China.
Yeah, no. Look, that's something that's.
And
I think most people, most foreigners that were here in China, Shanghai, Beijing, Shenyang, it's just, yeah, just like I think what it was just a crazy time. So, but honestly, like it's not going to be my home forever. I'm definitely thinking of moving to Europe, so to be closer for
mhm.
sure. But for now, China is my home. Talking about that, someone actually reached out to me quickly, just so we on this point about being an expat. Is Alex from Shanghai reached out to me? He's loving the show. Shout out, Alex. He actually
Hey,
came up to me, or not came up to me, sent me a message, and he was like, "Just some night." And we've got to actually think about this. Like when we talk about our experiences in China, we generally talk about our experiences in Shenyang,
true.
and to give everyone a bit of a geographical area landscape of China, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's probably on the I think it's the fourth biggest country. It's on par with being the size of America.
Hmm.
And I think if you take into account certain people, like for example, like people living in Europe, China
Hmm.
is 10 times the size of the UK,
Oh,
which is
more than
which is
that.
crazy.
More than
So
that.
when we talk about the differences of living here and stuff like that, I think he mentioned, he's like, just be heads up. Not everything that is experienced in Shenyang is experienced in Shanghai or in Shenzhen or Beijing. So I
Right.
think that's the most beautiful thing about China, is that if you come into China, you unless you come into Shenyang, where we'll be like, okay, cool, this is where you're going, this is where you go. Like Shanghai, this is what we would be like, talk to these people because these people have lived here.
Right.
Because like, yeah, so like when we're talking about experiences in China, some other people in China are feeling a little bit different. So yeah, so this is a bit of criticism, but it's good criticism for our show because this
Right.
is what we're about,
Right.
But yeah, so it was pretty cool to. And he says he's loving the show. He's like, don't change, keep going. He loves it. So yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty special to hear that. I mean,
Appreciate that.
hearing it from one person is that's all that matters, man. That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah. And to that point, yeah, like obviously a lot of our experience is based on where we lived, which was we've only lived in Shenyang, north. Very few. Like I said, if you look at a map of China, we were in the north, not like the
Yes.
complete north, but we was up there. Um, but of course, like if you live in like South China, Shenzhen, Shanghai is more Middle East.
Yeah.
But Shenzhen is very south, Sanya is very south. So obviously, weather is different, people are different. You'll have a whole different, completely different lifestyle. And we visited those places. I visited
Yeah, we
Sanya a
did.
few times, Shenzhen a few times, Shanghai a few times that I could afford it because it hits holes in my pockets. Um, but yeah, so yeah, we that is a good point. I don't think we try to say anything that
No.
is leaving someone out or diminishing someone else's experience or realities where they are. Is I think it just
For
more so
sure.
comes from what we know, because I would hate to, like Alex lives in Shanghai, so his
Yeah.
entire his whole lifestyle, the way he's lived, his experiences are going to be solely different than ours because we've only been on a visit. We've only stayed there
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a few
exactly.
days and we got out. Um, so yeah, but that's a good point. We should probably. That's a good point, Alex. If you're listening to this, man, we're gonna have to get you on here one day.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna be on here. We're gonna
Yeah.
invite you. You're
If
gonna
if
be
you
our.
if you're gonna
Gonna
criticize,
jump
you're gonna
in.
be on here. You're gonna back that shit
Be
up. And I
like, we
got
want to
you.
be heard. We want to be heard. That's
Okay.
it. Come on and be
Okay.
heard.
Okay. We got
Yeah.
mics, baby. You can get heard.
Yes. Yes. Well, also, you don't need a mic because we can invite a guest, and
Oh
they can
yeah.
just talk off their normal speaker. They can
True.
generally, and it's not going to be like the end of the world. I mean, we got Nick here doing boss editing on the audio, so
A lot.
doing his best.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all. Just a little side track from us. That yeah. So all about it. And if you want to tell us anything on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, wherever, just shout out. Just be like, yo, I want to be heard, man. I want to be told. I want to tell my story, and this is the platform.
Exactly, man. I'm all for it, man. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yes.
So, but moving on. Uh, for those who have been under a rock, uh, go blue. You know, Michigan. Hey, we up
Here
there,
we go.
baby. Natty time. We going to the championship. We playing against Washington. I'm not gonna I don't say nothing negative about them. They're still a solid team, and I won't put no bad juju in there. Um, but yeah, we there. Everybody was talking about we finna get beat by Alabama, and we cheated, and Alabama's gonna do this, and Alabama's gonna do that. Shut it up. Shut it up. They going home.
That's a very different accent there.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Everybody,
Uh,
when I was watching that game. Granted, that's the first time I've ever sat. Not the first time, but like it's very few times. It's only during like watching intense games or something that I was on the couch, sitting, chilling, sweating, because I was so nervous. Uh, but yeah, we pulled out the dub. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw my
you
story. It was about 100 stories.
okay. I was just about to say you didn't post one story. I think for about 48 hours there was Michigan, 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 Michigan. I think you found every possible Instagram post about
Every
Michigan's win,
mm-hmm,
and you just shared it.
mm-hmm. My algorithm on Instagram was full of it, man, full of it. Because some of my boys back home, uh, a lot of them from like Tennessee and the southern areas, and they all like SEC fans, so Bama and Tennessee and Auburn, all this.
And you were making
And they talk so much cash about what they was gonna do to Michigan. Big Ten ain't ready for this. Blah 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 blah. Shut it up.
hey, you're
So
an ugly winner, hey.
I don't care. I don't care. See, normally here's the thing though. Normally I don't talk cash. I don't, cause like when the Steelers win, the Steelers we've been doing good these last 2 games, and when we win, I don't really talk cash. I try not to talk cash because I don't want to give anyone like a reason or put a chip on
Yeah.
someone's shoulder, or I don't like to put negative vibes in the air. So when I talk cash, it comes back down on me. However, the amount of trash that I heard before this game, nah, I'm gonna talk my talk. So,
You're gonna say it. Yeah, no, that's fine. No, you can have
mhm.
it. That's
And I already know how
that's a
people are
big
going to
big
be.
result.
Granted, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if we were to lose in the championship, people's going to come right back out the woodwork. That's what y'all get. Y'all lost in the championship. And you didn't make it to the championship. So, so yeah, man. But outside
I
of that,
wasn't even this loud when South Africa won the World Cup.
dude,
Phew.
I was up late. Lucy was in the bed, sleep. When we won, I started screaming. I was jumping up and down. Woke Lucy up. Frankie up her barking. Didn't care. Didn't care. But the championship game is Monday night, so it'll be late Monday
Is it
night
so? It'll
here.
be Tuesday morning for us.
But yeah, in China Tuesday morning, and it'll be Monday like evening back home in the U.S. Be like Monday night here, but I'll be up for it for damn sure. Uh,
I know you will.
yeah,
I'll probably get my kids to watch it, or I'll have it in the background.
it's big, and it's big because we've beaten Ohio State. Mind you, everyone who's listening, we're talking about college American football, just if anyone gets confused. Um,
It's not volleyball.
yeah, but side note, you been to a volleyball game? Volleyball match?
No.
Mm, mm.
Okay.
Great,
All right. Leave
great
it.
scenery. but
Oh
but
wow. Oh wow. All
but yeah,
right.
yeah.
Moving on.
But yes, the last time we beat Ohio State 3 times in a row, we won the championship that year. The third time we beat them in a row, and we beat Ohio State 3 times in a row again. So hopefully the
Nice.
stars align for us. But Washington, you got to show respect for them. They've been balling. They
They've also
quarterback,
got an unbeaten season.
they're unbeaten. Their quarterback is dope. Granted, he's been in the NCAA for like 6, 7 years because they all got like a COVID year, and then he played like in Indiana for like 3 or 4 years. Then he's in a hot. I don't know what they doing there. That dude damn near 30. Uh,
Yeah, because most of these quarterbacks coming into this draft, the 2024 draft, are older than some of the quarterbacks playing now.
yes, yes, yes. He was
So how does that make sense? How does a quarterback that's like in the NCAA that's 26 older than like a quarterback that's 24
so
in the NFL?
so you can get hardships. So let's say obviously everything anytime you get like an extra year added, you have to apply for it through the NCAA. You can't just show up.
Okay.
And some of them have it for like if you get a red shirt, like say you get hurt, say you play 1 game and you get a season-ending injury, you can like apply for the NCAA, they get that year back. Or uh, say you play
Okay.
for the team, you didn't get hurt, but you were like the backup, the backup's backup. You never got to touch the field. You might be able to apply to get another year added, so you would just transfer to somewhere else, play again, play whatever. So a lot of guys, just got hurt, wasn't in great situations. COVID, COVID because a lot of them are older. Is a lot of it is due to COVID. I think COVID canceled like a season and a half, maybe 2 seasons. So a lot of the guys are getting that season back, which is understandable. Like I get it, you want to play, but still, dude, you've been playing for like 5, 6 years, bro. Chill, bro. Just go to the league, bro. But now,
Just go. Just
but the thing is,
yes. Yeah.
everyone can get those. You can get paid to play college football now. You get those sponsorship deals. So
Yeah.
a lot of guys now that you can get paid. When I was in school, you couldn't get paid. Well, not legally at least, but now you can.
Mm.
So a lot of these guys play college football. You're not getting hurt. The game is a lot softer now because you can't really do any more hard hits due to like concussions and everybody whinging about mental health. Um,
Yeah.
so
CTE.
yeah, so you really can't. The game has gotten a lot softer as far as like hitting, and so these guys they can just stay in there, and a lot of them make more money in college than they would do on a rookie contract in the NFL because, which it makes sense if I can make, let's just say $3 million a year playing college football, but if I go to the
Yeah.
NFL, your rookie contract can maybe only be 2, 3 million, but if you get hurt you can't go back to college. You done. That's it. Whereas
Yeah.
in college, I can get these sponsorship deals. I get hurt, I might be able to apply to get another year. Keep making that money.
Damn.
You just milk it as long as you can. So it's a
Fair enough.
it's a pros and cons kind of thing. I get both arguments. Uh, it's just weird seeing like it's one
Older
guy.
guys playing.
It's one guy who like came in. He was the same graduating class as like Trevor Lawrence, and he's going to like his
Yeah,
senior
that
year.
class is young.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence has been the quarterback for Jaguars for like 3 years, 4 years now.
Well, I think it's his third year.
His
Yeah, he
third
was
year.
drafted with Justin Fields.
Yeah, his third year. And it's another guy
Yeah.
who came in with him and still in college, still playing. Like it's just weird. But
Yeah, that is strange.
but hey man, get your money. Get your coins while you can, because when you get to
Yeah.
the NFL, man, it ain't guaranteed. And
Get the bread on the table.
one wrong move, especially because those rookie contracts, none of them are guaranteed. You gotta like
Okay.
play. Like on the rookie contracts, yeah, you might get first draft pick. You might be first pick. You might get like guaranteed 2 mil, 3 mil. But you gotta like prove yourself after like 3 or 4 years before you get that guaranteed 30 million, 40 million. Because everybody has a good
Yeah.
first season. But like if Daniel comes to the league and we've never seen him play in the NFL, that first season he might be balling, have a cracker of a season, just balling out, going crazy. Well, next season, we got a whole year's worth of film on you. So now
Mhm.
we can watch everything you did through any type of situation for that whole season. So this next season, we ready for it now. And everybody has that sophomore slump. Your second year, a lot of people do terrible that second year because
Yeah, yeah.
you was fast last year, but we figured you out. We made a whole game plan just for you. So we finna shut that down. Now what you gonna do? So,
That's true. That's true.
but yeah, man, I don't even know how we even got onto this topic.
Oh, we were talking about the age of their quarterback,
Oh
Washington's
yeah,
quarterback.
yeah. He's a bit
We
older.
went shoop, sidelined.
He's a bit older. Speaking on sports, yeah. Daniel Wayne was telling me about this. He was like, Daniel came all the way from China to England and to watch
Mhm.
the Gunners. And
Yeah.
you didn't see any Gunner wins, did you?
No, I didn't.
You came all the way, only saw one goal, right?
Was this your question? Was this your question?
This is not my
what you
question.
wanted to ask
Calm
me?
down, buddy. This ain't the question, boo.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay. I know my team's doing terrible. They've had their December slump.
Where y'all at?
They've dropped the cup.
Where y'all at now on the table?
Fourth.
Ooh. You still got like 17 weeks
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah, I know that. I know, but it was just, yeah. It was very dry watching Arsenal play.
Mm.
Those last two games especially. Like when I arrived on that Saturday, the Sunday they played Brighton, excellent. Against Liverpool, it was tight. It was a tight contest. They drew. And then West Ham and Philip, they were just like, what, huh? What happened? Sorry? yeah, that was just slightly disappointing. But again, it's an experience of note. It's
Y'all,
an
y'all,
incredible experience.
y'all lost me some money on that game.
Which game, Fulham or West Ham?
Fulham.
See, I don't see. That's why I don't bet sports, man.
I
I just get even more irritated.
I bet sports. I bet sports. I do. I never bet on my team.
You see, that's why I'll never do that.
I never.
I'll never
That's,
bet any sport because I just get too involved.
I'll bet sports, but it's like when I bet. First of all, I don't put like $20 or pounds or whatever. When I bet, it's at max an expensive bet 5. I'll put
Yeah, I
5.
saw that one that like spread you had over
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
five
I'll put
pounds.
5 on there, and I make it a parlay of like I need these 10 different things to happen, and if I win,
Yeah,
it's 8,000 that I win. But if I lose, it's 5. 5. I spent more
yeah,
on a coffee yesterday, so it's cool. I can deal with that. I don't
yeah.
anything that I bet, I don't miss it if I lose. But I'd never be like, oh man, I put 100 on this one. Shit, no, I didn't.
I'd be
No,
sweating from
I
the game.
didn't.
It's my salary. I put my salary on this horse. I put my salary on this
Nah.
horse. Oh, shit.
And I only bet on sports that I actually know and watch. So I only bet on
Yeah,
honestly NFL and uh football, soccer. That's the only thing I bet on. I don't bet on basketball; it's too up in the air. But NFL and soccer, that's the only thing. That's the only 2 things I bet on. That's the only things I will bet on. So
fair enough.
where is my shirt, man? I thought you was giving me a jersey.
What are you on about? What jersey?
The Ian Wright Arsenal kit.
Oh, you wanted the jacket, not the shirt?
Well, I said I wanted either the jacket or the long sleeve or something, but I think I could be wrong. But
Okay,
I
they didn't
thought you
have.
said you was going
They
to get a
didn't.
shirt for me.
They didn't have the long sleeve or the jackets there when I went there. They just had
Uh,
the shirts, the t-shirts. I got just the
yeah, I
t-shirt,
seen you
the
wearing it.
normal t-shirt.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, so I just got it. So that was the only one that was available at that time
okay.
because they were all sold out on the other things. So like the reversible jacket and the long sleeves,
Hmm.
yeah, they weren't there. It had like mediums for the long sleeves. They had loads of like the short sleeve shirts.
Uh,
So yeah, that's what they did have. So I did think of you when I was doing it, and I was like, he wants the jackets, and I
yeah,
couldn't find the
I
jackets.
can't wear the last time I wore a medium. I think I was 8, 9,
Round
maybe about 9.
about there. Yeah, I was shopping in the adult section by high
Oh,
school.
I'll shop yeah, for
Really,
sure.
you know how many times I've missed out on like those cool Spider-Man, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z
Because they
t-shirts.
don't make it for
I
grown
walk.
men
That's
sizes.
they don't because like I would walk around. I'd be like I'd be like 22 in a shop walking around the kids section, and everyone's looking at me. I'm like, "Oh, I know this looks weird, but I just like the kids' clothes of
They
today
probably just think
because
you shopping for your
all the
kid.
characters. Yeah, well, or other thoughts of it, but I'm sitting there going, I'm just looking because I want this, but you don't have it in 3XL, do you? On the men's section. I've got to walk all the way to the other side and look at some plain ass t-shirts that's got nothing on it. So, yeah, children's clothing are the best, man. Like, I mean, I don't want to buy it to waste money, but like, I mean, yeah,
Mm.
I wish I could go back to that time.
Uh, anyway, so I got a question. So we're speaking about clothes, and I brought this up when you was here, when you and Corey was here. I don't know if you remember it, but I felt some kind of way, and I just want to ask if your feet were in my shoes, or for the people who's listening, I'm going to post this as a question on the at the
Okay.
bottom of the episode when people see this, and I need you to post it on YouTube. When
Okay.
y'all was here and y'all had dirty laundry, cool. Uh, and we washed clothes. I and I don't know if this is insecure or anything. I feel some kind of way when my girl is washing and folding another man's underwear. All right. And So that's my
This is gonna make me look like a bad
no, no, no,
guy.
no, no. Because the thing is, you and Corey both are like, we can wash our own clothes. We can do it.
Yeah,
But
give us the stuff and we can
yeah,
do it.
but it's just my girl's British and that British politeness. Oh, I got it. Oh, I can do it.
Yeah, please don't touch my pants. I mean, I don't think
like
I know
it,
where they've been.
it,
I can
it
fold them.
didn't make like I didn't get upset. I'm not gonna say I didn't get like upset or like visibly frustrated. It's not that deep. But it was one of those like I seen her fold Corey's underwear, put him down. I seen her fold your underwear, put him down. I'm looking, I'm like, this don't something's not right here. You ever seen that meme? It's like, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. And because if I lived there by myself and y'all came over and y'all was washing y'all clothes, that's cool. I ain't touching none of y'all stuff. I might take it out. I might take it out the dryer. I might put it in the washer and then put it in the jar, transfer it. But I ain't folding none of your stuff. That's hell no.
No,
I
no, no.
put that.
I don't want you to.
I
No, you
put it
don't
in a
need to
pile
fold.
next to you. You sort that out. So my question is, how would you feel if your girl was washing and folding another man's underwear?
Well, my cousin's fiance did it. She just folded my clothes the one day. I was out. I put everything, and yeah, her, and my cousin folded all our clothing. My mom's clothing and my clothing were folded by them. So I do think it's probably a cultural thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be too bothered by it. The only thing is that I know where my jocks have been, so I don't want anyone to fold them, if that
And
makes
that's what I
sense.
think about.
But I don't think it's. I think it's just a. I don't know. Like I understand where you're coming from for sure, but it wouldn't bother like because it's just being cleaned. Like I don't need you. I wouldn't be like, why are you going to fold it? Don't have to. Just you can put it and throw, put it and throw, put it and throw. Like you can put it in a pile on the bed,
Mm-hmm.
and then. But then yet again, we got to pose the question: people that clean homes. So the people that clean homes, they do laundry, they
But
fold
they
them,
getting paid
they
for
touch
that.
other people's clothes. See, I get that, and see, for me, it won't bother me, but I understand why it bothers you. Be like, that's my lady. You can fold your stuff.
Like she folds
So
my
yeah,
underwear.
yeah, okay, well, that's because she sees your junk, not the other junk. Okay, that's
Exactly.
fine. It's yeah. So I get it. I get where you coming from. You're like, that's my lady.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't folding your
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and I get that, and then it's fine. I didn't want her to fold my stuff. I'd be like, just put it in a pile. I see how big Nick is. I don't want to. If he says fold your own stuff, I'll fold my own stuff. Thank you. But yeah, I think it's like for me, it's like I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Like, well, I've been doing my own laundry for like 6, 7 years now,
There
so
you go.
I just do it
Congr-
myself. Or the lady that comes and cleans my house once a week, she she folds my laundry, but I've hung it up.
mm,
So I've cleaned and hung up. She just folds it and puts it on the bed. So I get there is a give and take to it. I
yeah.
think, but
And see, that's
yeah, I understand where you're coming from, and it'll actually be quite a cool topic to talk about. So we can put it on a poll on Instagram. We will have this little clip and say, would you let someone fold your own clothes, or what's it like? Because I mean, some people take their laundry to a laundromat
right.
and they send it in for someone else.
And see, like it,
So yeah, it all depends. It all depends on your comfortability of what's happening.
and that's like okay, if they're getting paid for it, if this is their job, you take it to a dry cleaner or the maid or something comes in, that's fine. You're paying someone for a service. But like when I was in China, we had our maid come over to go clean our stuff. Like we told her, don't touch any of our laundry. Like we did all of our own clothes. Our maid, she
Okay.
didn't do any of our laundry because well, I guess in that sense, because I knew she was getting paid, I didn't really care that much. But like the first maid that we had was when we lived in Chongbai, which is a area of Xinjiang in North China. But when we lived there, our first maid was a guy. I forgot his name. He started getting too big for his britches and started cleaning like shit. But when we first had him, he offered to do our laundry, and I felt a kind of way having another man folding my girl's underwear. So I was just like, nah, bro, you good. Don't worry about it. We can do it.
Okay. See, for me, it doesn't matter. I don't care who touches my laundry because, to be quite honest, even though I do it myself now, when I was in boarding school, bro, my laundry was sent away. And I put all my dirty laundry. I think we did laundry twice a week in boarding school. You put your laundry in this bag, this blue, like, cotton bag, this, like, material bag, and you zip it up and you send it on a truck. You don't know who's touching your stuff, bro. It comes back the next day all clean and
Right.
folded. You don't ask questions. You just do it. So for me, I'm comfortable. Be like, yeah, it's it's cool. Like, I mean, but I get where you're coming from. Like, you
Yeah.
may be like, yeah, it's kind of, yeah, that's like, I get it when it's crossing the boundaries. I feel like I know where you're coming from. I get you. I
Yeah.
get you.
It's just yeah. Well,
It's like, yeah.
if it's a like I said, if it's a service, if someone's doing this getting paid for, if it's their job, then by all means, I have nothing against that. Do that. But if it's like someone that I know, friends or someone, and like I said, it might be a bit of an insecurity that I might have. I don't know. That's why I'm asking, because this question stemmed from. Did I ask on the pod when my friend put his straw or put my straw in my cup for me?
No, that's weird. Don't put my
So
don't prepare my drink for me. I'll
I
do it.
got a friend, and I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but this was in college, and one day he had a car, I didn't. He had a Jeep, and we drove to McDonald's one day, and so he's ordering the food in the drive-through. We get our food, we ordered, I don't know, two Big Mac meals, come to two drinks, cool, whatever. And when they give you the drinks through the window, he brought the drinks in, he put them down, to the little cup holder. And I just so happened to like look out the window away, not paying attention, but when I looked back, both of the cups had straws in them. And obviously, when you get your food from it, they don't put the straw in there for you. But in both of our cups, and it just
No.
kind of threw me for a loop. And it's funny because this happened in like 2013, 22. This is 10 years ago. And then still, I'm like, I just felt weird that another man put my straw in my cup for me. And but this is the same guy that has he got too comfortable, and I caught him wearing my boxers, and that's what drew the line. Uh,
Okay,
yeah.
I think that's a lot more sketchy than Lucy folding someone else's underpants. All right. Moving on from that. Okay. All right, we can put this as a poll.
Cause that's what prompted this question. When I saw Lucy doing y'all laundry, all these past feelings came back. And I'm like, yo, what is this? I don't like this. This feeling that I'm getting. I can't describe it, but I just know I don't like it.
All right, we'll do a poll. We'll do a poll for everyone. We'll be like, would you let someone else fold your partner's clothes or whatever?
It's not being paid
or would
for.
Your partner fold someone else's clothes? Not being paid for. And would you let another person touch your straw for you? I think we would see much more results on the second part than the first part. The first part's like, it's clean laundry. Let them do it. Second part is like, that's my straw. Leave my straw alone, please. Because it's going to move on to my boxers. You're going to be wearing my boxers.
So, yeah, that's what I was. Yeah. But, yeah, moving on, man. When we was talking about this weather, this terrible trash weather here. Because I'm looking outside again, and it's not like heavy rain. It's like drizzle. The drizzle. Do y'all say drizzle in South Africa?
Yeah. It's drizzle.
Yeah.
It's
drizzling right now. It's wet. It's wet.
It's spitting outside.
It's an inconvenience. But so before we get into that, because I know you got a question for me, or you was going to read something to me from Instagram, or I had a question.
Yeah.
And for those know, I work for right now. I'm working for the AA. I'm taking a year off of teaching. I'm probably going to get back into it next school year. I just took a year off of teaching. Working for the AA, which is accident assist. Whenever you get in a car accident, you call us. Cool. Lately, I've been having people.
I feel like
Hmm.
this is a psychology session sometimes, and I'm just sitting here to hear you
Just
venting.
vent. I just
Yeah,
need a vent to.
because I could see Nick's frustration. So
Yeah,
prepare for the next 10 minutes.
and because it rains so much, there's a lot of flooded areas. For those people that drive, please, for the love of God or whoever or whatever you believe in, do not drive through the flood water. Okay? Unless you got a Jeep that's sitting high that you got to run and jump to get into, if you driving around in these fucking Fiat 500s and Skodas and Volkswagens and BMWs, your car does not sit high. It is not made to go through water. Please. Oh, it's just one of those like, you know how they say common sense ain't very common. It's like this whole damn country don't have it. I'm,
So China and
I'm
England
like,
don't have
yo,
it.
so many people have called. Oh, I'm stuck in flow water, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like,
What?
okay, well, how high is it? It's coming into the car. Why? Why? Why?
No
Why?
ways.
Why? Why? And then they get upset at me because I gotta tell them it's gonna cost £300. Well, why is it gonna cost that much? I have coverage. You have coverage if your battery goes flat or if your tire goes flat. You don't have coverage to get you out of the fucking ocean because you decided to drive in it. It's not how it works. And oh, it just grind every time they call. It takes everything in me to just not be like, you
Nope.
stupid. Hmm. Hmm.
Nope.
Every time. And y'all know this country rains all the
Ah,
time. So you know it's floods everywhere. Some lady got mad at me because we was gonna take us like 4 hours to get to her. She's on a Scottish island, off the coast of Scotland, on an island, and it's flooded. And she was driving in, I don't even know, like a Renault something, I don't know, some stupid car.
a
Yeah,
Renault.
whatever. And she got stuck, and then she was mad at us. Oh, it's gonna take y'all 3 hours to get here. Why it take y'all? Cause you on a fucking island and it's flooded. If you're on the island and it's flooded and you stuck, what makes you think that the truck won't get stuck getting there? I'm sorry, man, but it's just so many times I'm just like, yo, so many times I'm just like, wow. Honestly,
Love it.
I need
Absolutely.
to be a president. I need to put my bid in for president of a country. It don't even matter, just a country. Just let me run it for 4 years and let's just see where we get. All right, because the world right now, if y'all
Nick for president.
a president,
Title of the
prime
episode:
minister,
Nick for president.
something. Just and I don't know about all about politics. If you give me the spark notes, I can figure it out. Oh, because I think I could get a country in tip top shape. I think I honestly could. I think I think people would be like, Nick, I don't like you, and I'll be like, okay, explain yourself. Don't just say it. Back it up. Why don't you like me? You know what I do? I don't even know you. Why you don't like me? You know, I would just be like people.
It's got very
I would just tell
personal.
people, if you stupid, we not helping you. Simple. You ain't got to be the smartest. You ain't got to have the best street smarts. You ain't got to be top of the class. Just have a little bit of common sense. Just a little bit of common sense. Just a little bit. I wish I could sell common sense. I'd be a fucking billionaire. Just put the common sense like little capsules. God, dude. I'm sorry, man. It was a mini rant. Olivia
Alright.
tells me all the time I talk too
4 minute
much. She
rant.
tells me I talk too much on here, which I probably do. But I got to get it out, man. I love you, Daniel. I just got to get it out
No, that's
sometimes.
fair. No. No, I totally understand. It's like you said in the previous episode, England don't
They
like the
don't.
people. The way that it's like you got to pay council tax and then you've got to pay this and you've got to pay that and then it's like it bids the question, it bids the question. It's another thing where you've got to look at it. and this is the expat part of the podcast. We share stuff. It's like, what are you willing to give up,
Mm-hmm.
and what are you wanting out of this? Now, I've speak to certain people that from other countries that live in England, and they like certain things that adapt to their
Right.
lifestyle, and that's the thing. That's the biggest thing, is that if you're in a line of work that England provides or that England excels at, and you're now doing
Mm-hmm.
that and you've given up certain facets of things. So, like for instance, someone's given up, let's say they're not working in Spain anymore, they're working in England. They're giving up
Right.
weather, they're giving up certain things. So, like we talk about the weather, we talk about like council tax, like ridiculous to pay so much money for
That
services.
they
It's
don't
like
do.
when you compare, yeah, when you compare costs of like utilities from one country to the other, which is unfair. You can't do that, but it's what you're willing
Mm-hmm.
to do. For me, my biggest thing is for 7 8 years in South Africa, I drove 150 to 200 kilometers, which is about, oh, I don't know how many miles, about 120
Mm-hmm.
miles. Am I
Something like
right or
that.
wrong? About 120 miles. Yeah, 120 miles a day. I commuted to work every single day. In today's life, Daniel is not commuting more than 20 minutes to work. So for me, wherever I teach in the world, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, I need to live really close to the school I'm
Mm-hmm.
working at. Because, like for instance, my cousin's fiance, she works, she loves her job, but she commutes more than an hour. It's trains and this and subway. So no, thank
Past
you.
it.
I'm not waking up at 5 to
Right.
catch a train. Pass. I will wake up at 5 to go for a walk or a run or to the gym, but not to commute, because I need to enjoy my job, but I'd also like to be. I can finish late. See, that's the thing, though. I like to work. So if I'm finishing work at 8, I don't want to take an hour to get
Right.
home. Take 20
Right.
minutes to get home. You know. So like that's the thing, though. So like I can imagine if you uprooting yourself I can't imagine the stress levels, and I'd love for someone who is like moved from like South Africa to Australia or from like America to Spain or whatever it may be. You've uprooted your
Mm-hmm.
family and you've moved across the
Mm-hmm.
world. What's going on? Like how does that process like begin to even explain itself? Not saying like why would you do it? No, obviously there's a reason, but how has it gone? Because there's so many different things that you and I, as expats, we were like, this isn't really working. Off we go, pack your
Right.
bags and go. These people packed more than a bag; they packed life into a steel box and shipped it,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So, like, I think like that comes into again. Like, I mean, look, if I had to work in England, it would take a lot. Because I mean, like to be honest, it's really awesome because like there's sport. For me, it's a big culture in England. It's awesome to be in that culture. There's so much going on. There's football, there's NFL, there's rugby, there's cricket. Everything's on this island that I like. But I'm not moving there because of
Right.
that. You know, I mean, it's one of my biggest passions. But like, is it worth working there for? Is it worth all that rain and cloud and wind? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I love sun. I love the sun. And even though I don't live by the beach now, it's definitely one of my goals to retire, or not retire, but like as I get older, I want to live by the beach.
That is me and Lucy have talked about that because if it wasn't for her, and this is no slight against her at all. I love her to death, but she wants to be very close to her family, and especially due to COVID and
Yeah,
China, and we both, me and her both have lost people that we were very close to that we never got to say goodbye to. You know what I mean? And that's just our own
absolutely.
personal thing, and that's not a slight against anyone else. I know plenty of people have dealt with very similar, if not worse, situations. Um, so, and that was one of the driving factors that got her that wanted us to come back here. And for me, it was, I fell for someone that I didn't think that I was going to fall for. So that's why I decided, where you're going, I want to go. And granted, I did my research about England.
Yeah,
I knew a bit about it. Uh, Lucy put me on game. Obviously, when I got here, you really see it and feel it. It's a different story. But I've one of the things that we've talked about is that and I've told her as well. When we get to that point that we have kids, because I do want, I genuinely want a little one. And when we get to that point, having them here, yeah, because like China was great and a lot of countries is great, but then when you think of that factor, you got to think of
yeah,
like
they are.
health services and whatnot. I refuse to have a kid in China. I no, I've been to the hospital.
I, I wouldn't have a family here purely because not because of the healthcare, because of the
That
mental
too,
health
that
in
too,
China for a student. That for me
that
is the
too.
biggest thing. It's like I mean, I'm a teacher here, and I love my job, and I love my school, and I love teaching my students and everything like that. But I do feel like there is more that we can offer students and kids here beyond the
Yeah.
textbook, beyond a Gaokai
Hmm.
exam and stuff like that. But that's a system that you're not
Right.
here to change. So definitely, growing up, I would want my children to be. But I mean, in terms of safety, one of the
For
safest
sure.
countries in the world
For
is here.
sure.
Yeah. But again, all it comes down is what's important to you. I mean, I could say if you single and you are in your late 20s, early 20s, early 30s, and you are at a stage in your life that you need a change, Asia's for you. Go for it. Try it. It's something different. It can open your mind, explore. But if you've got a family, I wouldn't even imagine to begin the amount of pros and cons lists you have drawn to uproot your family to go somewhere. And it would be like if I could find someone, if we could find someone that has done that before, like how was it?
Right.
You know? Like it's been I can imagine it being some crazy journey for
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah, that's why I was like, so yeah, we came here and but going off of that, I do want a a little one, and we've talked about future plans, and I'm like having them here, especially close to her family. I get it, and I support it 100%. Like, oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this mic about to hear about this.
Dum, dum, dum.
but outside of that, once my little one gets of age enough that they can like walk around, not saying like they're a teenager, I fully plan to. Don't want to say uproot. It sounds more forced, but I fully plan to move somewhere else to another country, another southern country, another warmer climate. Uh, I don't plan and I don't want to raise my kid through adulthood here. I can't fathom it. And that's just, and granted, I say that it's obviously going to require a bit more discussion between me and my girl later on down the road. I get that. I'm not saying it's all etched in stone. But yeah, it's just one of those like when you're traveling and you want to go, not so much as just traveling, but when you want to go and live in another country, I think it's good to have a either like an exit plan or like where is this taking you future wise? Where do you see yourself? You live here,
Yeah.
but where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years in the same country? With what if you meet someone? What if you don't meet someone? What if this happens? It's kind of like yeah, like we was in China, we were having a great time and traveling and exploring, but it's also like tomorrow's still going to come. Something still might happen. You still might have to do this. Like, what is your? Do you just go back home and chalk it up as a loss? What's your plan? So I don't think I'd ever
Yeah.
live back in China again. Um, I just know Lucy's burnt out on that. That's not happening. But I wouldn't cross out move to another country, another southern country. Like you said, for warmth, man, some sun, man, I don't got to live on the beach,
That's
but
important to
a
me, man.
nice, because that was one thing. When I lived in LA, I hated LA solely because it was expensive. Outside of that, it was a great city, but it was crazy expensive. But I loved the weather in LA because you get that dry heat, and so it's hot, But if you go stand under a tree, it's like 5, 6 degrees cooler. It's none of that
Yeah.
humidity.
It's not, you're not
It's
dying
none of that
of
humidity. It's
sweat.
not that miserable gray rain bull crap that's here. Speaking of
you
hmm,
know, you know, you know, you know what we need to
what?
normalize. We need to normalize people living together.
Yeah,
We need to normalize groups of friends buying mansions and living together. Society needs to normalize that. We cannot afford homes by
mm-mm.
ourselves anymore. It is it's so difficult. It's it's unrealistic to be like, oh, I have to buy a matchbox now to have some form of investment. But we need to normalize being like, if we are able as groups of people to rent together, we should buy together. And we should normalize saying, okay, we've now done this. We're going to buy a 6 bedroom villa on the coast of a Spanish city, and there's going to be 3 bedrooms en suite where there's 3 people living it, and then the other 3 bedrooms can be shared by other tenants. We need to normalize this. Cost of food will be less because we'll be sharing meals. The mortgage will be less because you're sharing the mortgage, and just you have. And if you want your own time, you got your own rooms. Basically, that's how you hide
Right.
away from people, and you just then be like, okay, cool. It's Friday night. It's games night. You know, or it's Saturday. It's sports day. Whatever it may be,
I,
we
I,
need to
I feel like
normalize
we
this.
will. I feel like it could be slowly trending there once we get rid of the what's the word I'm looking for. Uh, like once it becomes when it's more socially acceptable. I feel like our generation is going to be the starter of that, and then generations under us to follow because it's only getting harder.
Yeah, it's getting harder. Some people don't realize, but it is getting harder to
Right.
buy things. Like not like buy bread and milk. I'm not talking about that, but like trying to get property. It's hard. It's hard. Someone you just be like, okay, how do I afford that? Where did that price come
Yeah.
from? And like,
It's
but yes, we we are reaching towards the end. I don't know if you want to. Do you want to leave the Chappelle and Cat Williams for the next show?
uh yeah, we can. It's
We could. We can leave that because that could be quite trendy. And we promise if you watch episode 15, we won't be cancelled. We will
we can't
be
we can't be
talking
it's a
about
lot of
it.
crazier stuff going on right now. Believe me, canceling us, we at the very bottom of that totem pole.
Yeah, yeah. We haven't said anything ridiculous to be trending and then cancelled. We trended and then cancelled because we said something silly. We haven't been there, and I don't think we want to do that. Um, but as this is episode 14, it is our first recorded show of 2024,
Hey.
and with 2024, we're gonna be a bit of old school. So happy New Year's to everyone. I've got some goals that I would like
Okay.
to share because I feel like when I share goals, I'm a little bit more responsible for them.
Okay.
But you have one goal. You have
I've
one,
one
just one, right?
I've one go. Yeah,
You can
yeah,
have
yeah.
more.
I have a bunch of like things that I want to do, like paying off certain things or buying certain
Okay.
things. But like for me myself, I have one go, and and it sounds cliche, but I know I've actually done it before. And that is I'm testing myself. And this is going to be some cliche New Year's thing to go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. And I get how cliche that's going to sound, and
Okay.
that's very non original. I get it. But when we were in China for that last year, how many times a week did we go to the gym?
We went at
At,
least
at,
three
at
or four,
least.
for sure. We were minimum three,
Yes, at
maximum five.
least. I know
And on top of that, we
and
were
we were
playing
playing,
sports.
and that's
We were
and that's
playing
the thing
sport.
is
Yeah.
because we were playing sports, and we were working jobs, like especially when I was at Richardson. I'm constantly moving around. I'm constantly walking. I'm constantly doing this, that, and the third. So
Yeah.
now I work at desk. Not I mean, it's a desk job, but I'm like in my office. Obviously, I can like walk around and do whatever. But I miss that. Like I've really, yeah.
Being busy with your body.
I actually enjoy going to the gym. Like I love getting there. I love making a playlist, and I love just listening to some shoot 'em up, gang, drug craziness. But it is BS music, but it
It's your
gets me
thing. It's
pumped
your
up
thing.
for the
It's
gym.
okay.
You know, it gets my blood pumping. I'm running,
Yes.
doing whatever. So I love it. So that's just. It's not like a goal. It's for me. It's more of uh, it's more of a
Task.
challenge. It's more of a challenge that I know that only I
Yeah.
can control.
Challenge
I'm not
yourself.
asking for no one to push me, but I know if I don't hit this challenge, then I talk, shit to myself because I know I could have done better, and I know where I've been to where I'm at now. So that's my goal, quote unquote. Like I said, it can be very cliche. I get it. Everybody says I'm going to lose weight or I'm going to work out. I get it. I know I can do it, and then because I haven't, and the days that I don't, it just makes me feel trash.
That yeah, that's the thing though. It's that
Yeah,
we know we can do it.
yeah. What about you, man? You got like what 12 goals?
So I actually numbered them. I got 9, but I will say one, and it's the one that I think is kind of like a weird outlook, but it's that book I've read. What's that book again about? Not to give a fuck.
Oh,
That orange book.
uh. There
How
you go.
how not to
How
give a
not to give
fuck
a
or
fuck.
something like
Great
that.
book. Great read.
And the thing that I've got from there, is I think it sounds weird, and I think it sounds stupid. It might be wrong how I said it, but it's continue to be wrong, or continue to be
Mm-hmm.
comfortable being wrong, so that you can be less wrong tomorrow.
Ooh, look at Daniel dropping Hallmark gym
So
cards.
it's not.
Ooh,
That's what I want to do because it ties up with all the other things. Like it'll just be like, like, oh, I want to be more health conscious, but again, I know I can do that. I know I
right.
can
You've done it
be
before.
healthy, but it's my
That's
mental game.
that's what it
I've
is.
done it before, and everything I've done, everything I want to do is I want to do it. I want to do it again. But the thing is that I just want to be wrong. I want to learn to be okay. All right, I see that. I see that. Can I be better? It's not being better so that I'm great tomorrow. It's just that
Yeah.
I'll be less wrong. And that's the thing. That's the thing. It's not like being. It's being. It sounds so strange, but being comfortable with being normal. I'm not going to be a Mikel Arteta standing on the sideline of Arsenal and
Mm-hmm.
screaming at the players. I'm not going to be that. I might be a Daniel sitting on a sideline of a school soccer match shouting at my students. So that's how I've got to just be like, you know what? I just want to
Right.
be this guy. This guy. That's my
There you go.
2024 goal. And obviously hoping that 2024 brings a lot more love to Big
Please
Belly Pats.
tell your
If
friends,
you're
tell your
listening, guys,
family, tell your girlfriend, your wife,
yeah.
whoever you cheating on them. Tell your mistresses, whoever your little sneaky links. Tell all of them. Tell your boss. Tell everybody. Just give us a listen.
Just a
Mm-hmm.
quick question. Nick, does your mom watch us?
She listens, I think, but she's not big on like Spotify and all that stuff. I think my sister downloaded Spotify, but she doesn't watch like YouTube and stuff. So she knows.
So
Mm-hmm.
like my mom's like, yeah, they know about it, but they don't listen to it. Like my dad says, oh, I listened to one. You guys just talk nonsense. That was his exact reply to me. I was like, I don't know how to respond to that to you,
That's what
Dad.
most podcasts
I'm
are.
sorry. I'm sorry for
Just
yeah,
people talking.
that's pretty much it. And my mom's like, do you have videos now? I was like, yeah, we're on YouTube. We got like 5, we got from episode 5 all the way to like episode 12, 13
Mm-hmm.
now. It's just been posted. But she was like, oh, maybe I should watch that. I'm
My
like,
my mom
thanks, mom.
is she knows about it. She supports it. She sees the clips when I share them on Instagram and Facebook. Well, she
Yes.
doesn't have Instagram, but she has Facebook, so she sees that. But she doesn't. She just not. I just feel like it's a generational thing. They're not big into the
It's
Spotify's
not.
and the YouTubes. Yeah, yeah,
They're not
yeah.
our crowd.
So, but Lucy's mom, and I think her stepdad, Paul, they listen to it on Spotify.
Paul.
They do listen to it.
Nice. Well, shout out to Miss
Yeah,
Jackie.
yeah,
Did I say it right? Yeah, Miss Jackie and Paul.
yeah.
Thank you very much for listening.
So I know they.
That's yeah. I
So I
like
know
people
they do
listening to
listen, but
us.
my mom, no. My dad, hell no. My pops, nothing against him. Love the man to death. That man, him and technology, they just not.
He's like,
He just like, nah,
it's like, where are you?
nah,
We're in the cloud.
nah,
We're in the cloud, Dad.
nah.
Where
He
are you?
is. If it's not the Dallas Cowboys, Michigan Wolverines, or some sci-fi thing he watching on TV, he could care less what it is. He'll tell me, "I'm glad for you, son. Do your thing. I'm not gonna listen, but you do your thing." And I'll be like, "Fair enough. I appreciate the honesty." So
Okay, on that topic, on the social media quick thing, TV show or movie of the week. One. Don't give me 10. Give me one that you've watched. It's pretty cool.
I'm cur- I'm currently watching a show called Dairy Girls, and I hate it.
Okay.
And and I'm on season 3. That's how much I hate it. I'm on season
There you
3.
go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody, people out there. He hates
Season
it, but he's
3.
on season 3.
And another
So
show,
something's
another
catchy.
British show, I'm not gonna get into it. It's called People Just Do Nothing. And it's British
People
dry
just do
humor. It's a terrible show, but it's funny. I'm on season 3.
Okay,
But
season 3. All right. Movie of the day for me. I've just finished watching it. The Family Plan. The Family Plan. It has Mark Wahlberg in it. It's cheesy. It's an Apple original movie,
okay.
but it's pretty cool. You can watch it if you just like normal cheesy comedy.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
I'm looking at the time before we get out. You got a dad joke for me? I got some bars for you.
I do have one dad joke.
I got some.
You got some bars for me. All right,
right.
you go ahead first, sir.
So
You show me them bars.
in the U.S., we call it an elevator. In the UK, they call it a lift. I guess we're all just raised differently. Yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
That's quite cool.
my other one is I've asked a lot of people, what does LGBTQ stand for? And so far, no one's given me a straight answer.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So I've got one. Just delete this. A book just fell on my head. I only have myself to blame.
It's funny because I know you're sitting next to a shelf right now. That's why it's funny.
Yes.
Because I know you're sitting next to a shelf. I can see your apartment, so I know what you're sitting at. I was at the pub last night, and a woman, she got her nipple pierced right in front of me. So, on a related note, I suck at darts.
And that's relevant because of the darts going on in the UK. It's a big thing.
My last one, in my wallet.
Damn, bro,
I
I only
found
got
some
one.
gems.
Yo, man's on
My
fire
last
here.
one is in my wallet. I keep a picture of my girlfriend and my family in my wallet, so they can remind me why there's never any money in it.
They cost a lot.
So yeah, those are my yeah.
The mic
I
chops.
don't
The
want to
mic
drop
chops.
this mic. This is a nice mic.
No, not this mic. I can't drop it. It's hanging.
But yeah, that's it, man. It's episode 14. Big Belly Pats. We back in our respective not homeland, respective countries.
Well, you were always at home. I've
True.
flew back.
This is true. This is true. But I meant like homeland. But yeah. But yeah, episode 14. Uh, to go and tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody about us. Uh, just talk about us. Even if you
Spread the love.
even if you don't like
2024,
it,
spread the
even
love.
if you don't like us, just listen to all of it and then reply why you don't like, and then listen to the next episode and tell us why you don't like that one either. Just keep listening and just keep telling us which one you don't like.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. Yeah. But yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening,
Episode
everybody. Thanks,
14, and
Paddies.
we are out. I'm tired.
Out.